Dear health seekers, Inga from Health Origins here. So how are you tonight? Welcome to Cook Along for Weight Loss show, and tonight we're going to be whipping up such a quick and easy dessert. So if you ever feel like something sweet but you don't want to spend hours in the kitchen baking cakes or anything, you can prepare this avocado chocolate mousse in less than 5 minutes. All right, so let's begin. So what we're going to need, and it's pretty much whole food ingredients, this. So you're going to need 2 avocados, 2 ripe avocados. So I've got kind of a couple of smaller ones and 1 medium one. So I'm going to just add them in. So just to show you how I cut and de-seed my avocado, you take that little pip that you get there at the end, so it's not in the way, and then you cut through that with a sharp knife and kind of go around the seed, and then you just twist it. And there you go. So you cut that in half, and then you need to put that somewhere on the counter on the chopping board, and then you need a sharp, quite a heavy knife, and then just cut it, chop into the actual stone here, so that it, kind of grips, and then you twist it, and then the stone remains on the actual knife. So let's and then you just scoop out the flesh, and you need really ripe avocados for this, because you want your mousse nice and creamy and smooth. And how to tell that your avocados are ripe, you need to basically feel them. If you can, what you call it, if you can kind of feel it pushing in, then it's soft and it's ripe. Okay, so you need to feel the softness of avocado. Obviously you don't want it over soft, because it might be off and it might be spoiled already or too mushy, but it just needs to be kind of nice and soft, squeezable. Another good way to tell whether avocado is, good, if you take that little end bit and you see whether it's nice and kind of green and not moldy. If it's moldy there, chances are it might be already too ripe or spoiled. So I've got my avocado here. I need a little, just get my towel. So we've got, just put that there. So we've got, I like doing it with the immersion stick blender I've got here, but you could do it with a blender or a food processor as well. So then what we're going to need is 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Okay, so we're adding that. And actually, let me just make sure that you guys definitely hear me. I hope you could hear me okay, right? So I'm pouring the 1/4 cup of maple syrup in here as well. So this is our natural sweetener. So 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Then we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt, so just a little bit of salt, because salt brings out that sweetness from in things, because when you bake, you add a little bit of pinch of salt so that all that sugar, all the other ingredients kind of come through better. And then the last ingredient is 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla essence. So there we go. And then we will blend it and see if we need to add a little bit of plant milk. This is soy milk I've got. If it's just too thick and you want to kind of, for it to be a little, you know, to infuse it with more air, then we'll add a little bit of plant milk, just so that it's a little bit thinner. So let's just start whizzing it up. Oof. It's a little bit powdery. This is it. So it takes you know, a couple of minutes of blending, and this is your mousse. So like I said, if you like it a little bit looser consistency, you could add some milk if you like, but I think this is pretty nice. It's quite airy because my Bamix mixer has this little aerator attachment, so it kind of adds some air into it as it whizzes. I'll link to the stick blender that I'm using. This is a really powerful and great stick blender. So let's do the taste test. This is so delicious. So yeah, that is it, guys. How quick was that? I'm just gonna add this because we're gonna clean this off, and I'm sure my husband will be happy to lick all of this off. When I'm cooking and baking something, I always take the stick blender for him to, you know, to clean up. It saves me washing a lot. Obviously, I wash it afterwards, but he cleans it first. He likes taste testing. So yeah, so this is it. I hope you're gonna try this and look. This looks and smells delicious, and because of vanilla essence, you can't taste the avocado really. Because I put quite a little bit, you know, well, 3 avocados because 2 were smaller. You could add maybe 2 teaspoons of vanilla if you still can taste a little bit avocado. I can kind of slightly taste it a little bit, I must say. So perhaps 2 teaspoons for that amount. But if you just use 2 medium avocados, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla should do it. So that is it. This is the avocado chocolate mousse ready in less than 5 minutes. Basically how long it took me to put everything in there and just blend it up. So if you like this video and you're gonna give it a go, and give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome, and subscribe to my channel to be notified of my cook-alongs every Sunday, 7 o'clock GMT time. And I also release videos every Wednesday, 6 o'clock in the morning, so that you're notified when the next one is released. And remember, food is fuel, so be mindful of what you put in the body. Until next time.